Hello, everybody. Welcome to another series of writing essays for the Chevening Scholarship Platform. In this video or in this series, we are going to write 4 essays for the leadership, networking, study plan, and career plan. We will write the essays step by step, and they are going to be with a lot of examples and with a lot of details. The goal of this series is to help you write an award-winning essay for this year. By the way, do you know that around 72,000 people apply to Chevening Scholarship every year, and only 2,000 people are awarded the Chevening Scholarship? That does not mean that this 70,000 other people are not intelligent. They are actually. But they are having some errors and mistakes in their essays that I am covering them in this series of writing these 4 essays. By watching these videos, you are going to learn because I am going to pinpoint those mistakes, which will help you write an award-winning essay for the Chevening Scholarship. So that you know, if you write such kind of essay, you are definitely going to be rejected. Everything here is good, the details, everything, but this is not enough. So how can we make this a winning essay? Okay, I have all the details here. And now I would like to add every details to make these 2 paragraphs so strong that when the Chevening Secretariat or the panelists, they are reading my essay, they are choosing me and awarding me the Chevening Scholarship. 99% of the people write essays like this, and that's why they're getting rejected. So how can you make this strong? So without talking too much about this, let's dive deep into writing the essays and explanations. So first of all, we have to know that we are supposed to write only or about 300 words, not more than that, of course. And then the first question or first essay is, of course, leadership experience, as you can see. We have to first break down the question because we have to know what the problem is, right? Before diving deep into writing the essay and learning about ourselves. So I would like to break down this from here and I'll put it down so that we know what we are talking about so that you can see the question in full. So describe a time when you demonstrated leadership. In your answer, please address the following. What was the context or challenge you faced? This is important. What specific actions did you take as a leader? And what was the outcome and what did you learn? How has this experience shaped your approach to leadership? So this is the main question that we have to respond and write the essay for. So I have a lot of examples and a lot to talk about myself in this case. But the goal is not, first of all, it's okay to write everything, but I'm not trying to write everything because that way I've already have many videos on my channel. But I would like to go through my essay, my CV, my resume, whatever you call it. And then based on my CV, I am writing important key points here. And at the same time, I'm trying to explain as well what are the key points that I really need to write from my essay. So sometimes I may be looking to my other my papers or other screen to read my resume or essay, but mostly I will try to engage with you so that we write this together. Structuring our essay. So first of all, we have to know that there should be an introduction, and then there should be the body, and our body should of course have the example or examples based if we have one or more. And then we need to have a conclusion, right? Or a closing paragraph, whatever you call it. So these are the 3 important paragraphs that we need to write. So in previous years, we were giving 3 examples or something more, but here we are trying to give just 1 example. And these important key points from the question should be included in the example here. Okay, that's the goal that we have to keep in mind. So we have to know that our introduction paragraph is our first impression, and this is very important that we have to put a lot of emphasis on our introduction. So the key or the most important thing in our introduction paragraph is our intro sentence, or the official name is topic sentence. So the topic sentence, or the first sentence that our essay starts, should be the strongest. It should have a very strong hook, because the only thing that really helps the reader to stay hooked and read the whole essay with full attention is the topic sentence, and we really have to pay a lot of attention to that one. So this is the structure. I will expand the structure so that I make it easy for you as well. But one thing I would like to do, because to make things neat and or tidy, I will remove the other things and let's expand this. At the same time, you are watching this video. I'm not going in a very fast pace, which I hope I do, because so that we have a good essay by the end of this video. But you can write and follow me together. Okay, you can use your own PC or paper, whatever you like it, and write it. Okay, so that by the end of this video you also have a very good essay. By the way, if you have any questions or concerns, just write them down in the comment section below and I will do my best to reply to them as soon as possible. So let's start from the introduction. Everything is not going to be perfect in the beginning. We write the whole thing once from the beginning till the end, and then we will revise it and add details. So for the introduction, I have to give a sentence that talks or repeats the key word. What is the key word? The key word here is, or the essay is all about, leadership. So it should really mention or talk about or do something with the leadership. Okay. So I have to kind of say leadership to me means, and then I expand this, okay, later on. But for now, I would like to go on and say, okay, let's see what I can get from this. So what's my field of study is of course obviously different from your field of study. So whatever I write here, you can change it to your, for example, examples or field. But most importantly, you have to make sure that the context that you are writing makes sense, because if you just change the field and the details and the country and everything, that's not going to help you. So I would like to start it as one of the thoracic that is thoracic radiologists serving in my country. I observed more likely to be, I observed alarming disparities in lung health in my country. So I already see that there is a repetition here, like my country, my country. We are going to fix that later on, or maybe now. Health, lung disparities in lung health. Okay, that's also okay. Maybe we will have specific details to that one later on. So what's the disparity? The disparity is a rural. Okay, let's start with the big one. Yes, rural patients were more likely to be diagnosed at late stages, okay, while urban patients, or maybe because if I am concentrating on something more, okay, so patients, we can fix this later on, okay, while urban patients in my city, I call it Solaria City, it's an imaginary city, had lung function rates lower than those in rural areas. So I already see that there is some grammatical issue and problems rural areas, but we are going to fix it. The first thing, spit out everything you know and you want to write about, the key things, and then you polish them, okay? Don't worry. You feel free to judge my English, my writing, my pronunciation, everything, but that's not going to help you. So with um, with National Cancer Diagnostics. Okay, so so here I'm talking about ranking. I'm leaving that for later because I have to do my research, and this is going to be a good example for you how to do your research and give concrete details for something. So this is my introduction paragraph. I have to talk about leadership. Okay, leadership to me means something, and then I talk about what area I'm working. I'm kind of introducing. Now I would like to come to the body. Okay, although I can make these bold so that we know that we have these three parts here, right? Before we continue, I would like to tell you that you can access this full essay through my courses on my website. You can enroll there and you can have full access to all 4 essays. At the same time, if you would like to get personalized or direct help from me to review your essay, write comments and show you the weak points and the strong points and tell you which is a bad example, what is a good example, and how can you have a really winning opportunity this year and next year's, you can always choose one of the packages that I have on my website, or you can book a one-on-one consultation session with me and we go through your essay and I tell you the good points and the bad points, or I can review it for you if you choose one of the packages and win this scholarship. Just to let you know, that is on my website and the link is in the descriptions below. Now we talk about this example. Let me start from the beginning of the line. So here I give an example. It's important that my example is very, very detailed with exact numbers and details and everything. They here are nothing to quantify it or to show the quality of my work, but we will add those details. So here I start with, like, in 2021. I persuaded my imaginary land is Novaria Central Hospital. So I'm a radiologist, as you can see, right? So what I see in most of the essays is, as I have been mentoring people for since 2020, they do not introduce themselves and what they do. So the reader has no idea what you want to study until they fall into your study plan essay. That's why here I immediately said as one of the thoracic radiologists serving in my country. I made it very clear, and that's very important to tell the reader what your position is. So here, when I say I persuaded Novaria Central Hospital, the reader or the panelists and the Chiefing Secretariat, they already know that I'm a radiologist and I'm working at the hospital. Here I just say the name of the hospital, okay? I persuaded Novaria Central Hospital to pilot artificial intelligence, AI, to make it short for next times, for lung disease detection. Okay, so yeah. So this is my example that I'm going to. I have to fix these things. I will expand it, okay, later on. Make sure to save your writing if you're writing on a PC, because some things sometimes happens and you don't have to lose your work, okay? So now I expand my example. I designed a clinical, or maybe I designed not accurate, clinical protocols, trained radiology staff, and introduced a cost model that reduce diagnostic expenses. So this is my example because I proposed within the first year. Although I will add more statistics here, but this question or this sentence would not mean without the number, so I really have to put it. I within the first year, within the first year, 3,500. I have to check the correct number. 3,542 patients from low income families or backgrounds received timely, accurate diagnosis, cutting average detection to just okay. So timely patients. I'm writing with mistakes. You don't worry about things like that. Okay, we are not writing a perfect essay for the first when we are writing it as our first draft. Cutting average detention. Really, I've written detention. It's not detention. It's detection to just 48 hours. That's because I'm using AI. I'm a radiologist. At the same time, I'm also learning artificial intelligence. I know how to combine them, or I'm working with other people. I'm learning from them, and that's how I did. So this is very important to kind of show, of course, in your CV and other parts, how you are a radiologist and at the same time know about artificial intelligence. You don't have to tell it directly, but you have to kind of show it indirectly. One thing to tell you before we go on, if this video has really helped you so far, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. That helps me a lot with the algorithms. Inspired by these results, which you can see, other hospitals also replicated our model or my model. Okay, it depends here. Later on we decide which one is a good word. Adopting AI for breast and live cancer detection. So this is the main example that I have so far, right? I have to, of course, keep track of words. How many words are they going to be? So far, they are just 127 words. I don't know if you can see it. I can see it at the bottom of this the word. But this is not enough. Before I expand this these two paragraphs, because some of you may already lose interest in following me, which it's not for me that you follow, but it's for your own sake. I want to fix this part, okay? So that you know, if you write such kind of essay, you are definitely going to be rejected. Everything here is good, the details, everything, but this is not enough. So how can we make this a winning essay? Okay, I have all the details here, and now I would like to add every details to make these two paragraphs so strong that when the Chevening Secretariat or the panelists, they are reading my essay, they are choosing me and awarding me the Chevening Scholarship. So how can I fix these two paragraphs? With only these two paragraphs, I guarantee I'm going to have a winning essay. So leadership means to me, let's leave that for now. Here I'm adding details. 99% of the people write essays like this, and that's why they're getting rejected. So how can you make this strong? As one of the thoracic radiologists serving in my country, okay? What do you mean as one of? As one of the 10. Okay, you don't have to write this numeric, but I'm doing it just not right now, and I'm highlighting them, the keywords that make me win the Chevening Scholarship. As one of the 10 thoracic radiologists serving in my country, that means I am only one of the 10 people in my country. Okay, serving in my country. What do you mean in my country? That's not good. That's bad. Serving 20 million people in name your name of country. This is the first essay. You have to name your country. Novaria. This is wrong here. Okay, this is another key point that makes me a winner. Serving 20 million people in Novaria. Okay. I observed alarming disparities in lung health. Yeah, that's good, but I want to combine these two together, okay? Rural patients, not in capital letters, rural patients were rural patients were more likely. What do you mean by rural patients? Okay, this is wrong. Were more likely to be diagnosed. Rural patients were, how can we add details? Were 45%. This is the details that I have. Okay, rural patients were 45% more likely to be diagnosed at late stages. This exact detail, I should not make it out of my stomach. I should do my research to give concrete numbers. 10, 20 million, 45% to be diagnosed at late stages. While urban patients, let's make it a little bit also dramatic and also related and also alarming. Children. I don't use patients, I use children, because you know writing essays is different. Persuasive, comparative, everything. So I want to make my essay a little bit persuasive, okay? So that sympathetic as well. The readers are feeling a little bit sympathetic toward the people. In Solaria City, this name of my country is Novaria and the city is Solaria City, okay? Had a lung function rates lower. Okay, so rates lower than those in the rural areas. What are those rates? Why shouldn't or don't I give numbers? Okay, let me highlight this one too. So city had lung function rates. I have to add my details here. 50% lower. Okay. While urban children in Solaria City had lung function rates 50% lower than those in rural areas. See the point? These are important key words that makes my essay winning, okay? Then those are okay. With National Cancer Diagnostics, I have to give some number. So what happens with all these numbers? Okay, so let's make with this National Cancer thing. I'm putting these names now in capital letters, but maybe I will change them later. Write any comments in the section below. If you don't have any comments, feel free to write a thank you note for me. So with National Cancer Diagnostics ranked. How much your country is ranked. If you are working for corruption, what's the index rate of your country when it comes to the international index rate for corruption? Are you number 1 in the world in corruption? Number 10, number 200? Or if you are talking about cancer, what's the ranking of your country when you compare it with other countries? So this is very important, okay? Ranked 110 out of 167 globally. This is my country ranked, which is very bad. Right, we are in a bad condition. The challenge was urgent. Okay, so ranked. These are important information that makes my essay a winning. Okay, a winning essay. So you have to have and had these kind of the details. Okay, I have to. Okay, sorry, I think I have myself my face blocked the whole thing and you couldn't see the word globally and 50% lower. But now this should make sense for you. So always keep in mind to pay a lot of attention to the details, to quantify it, to show the rate, the population, the growth, the geography, like the city, the Solaria city and the Novaria land. To if you are working in a hospital or something, it's always good to show how many how many people are there in your country, how many people are you helping in a city or in a country or whatever. Before we go on, I would like to tell you that if you want me to review your essays and give you personalized feedback and pinpoint the strong points and the weak points which will result in rejecting you the Achieving Award, you can submit your essays for me to review it on my website. I put the links in the descriptions below. There are 3 different packages. You can choose any of them you want, or you can book a one-on-one consultation session with me. A one-on-one consultation session is also included in the packages that I have. So go on, check my website, and you can get personalized help from me. So this was important for the introduction paragraph, right? Now, this example, although this is not enough, we are going to expand this and add a lot of details to the body. But for this example, just for the beginning of this example, there are a lot of wrong things here as well, which of course, definitely they are going to reject me with such kind of example. But I'm going to change it and I'm going to make it very beautiful. So let's start with the I persuaded Novaria Central Hospital. So that's okay. I do not worry about it, to pilot artificial intelligence. But let's give some details about this hospital. Let's make this hospital a little bit more important. Okay. So this is a 1,200 bed facility treating how many people? 500 patients annually. So, okay, so to give more details about this hospital is in fact introducing me as a radiologist working in a hospital that helps 500,000 people every year. I made a mistake there. It was more zeros, but you see, this is the point. You are not introducing just a hospital, but you're introducing yourself indirectly. So annually to pilot artificial intelligence for lung disease detection. This is good. I mean, these words are winning. They are making me a winner. Okay. Now let's remove this. I'm highlighting this so that you know these numbers, how important they are. So I designed clinical protocols, trained radiology staff. Come on, guys, you know, the people who are now seeing me, believe me that 99% of you are writing, I train people, I mentor people. Why don't you put the exact number? Huh? And the date and the years, since when? How many people did you train? How many people did you help with whatever, right? So here I have to write, I trained radiology. I have to write the exact number. I trained 60 radiology. This is another winning point. Staff, okay, and introduced a cost model that reduced diagnostic. Okay, so let's see if I can add details there. Okay, one thing to tell you before we go on, if the video has been helpful so far, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Expenses. Okay, so what do you mean I reduced diagnostic expenses? How much did you reduce? This is another mistake that everybody makes. Okay, diagnostic expenses by 35%. Okay, these are the ways you can make your essay a winning essay. Always remember that these key details are the most important things. Okay, within the first year, so let's continue and expand this, right? Within the first year, This number is also very good. This is a winning number, although we have written it already, but I would like to highlight it. Within the first year, X number of patients from low income backgrounds received a timely, accurate diagnosis, cutting. That's good. Average detection to just 48. Okay, this is good because I have cut it just to 48 hours. But was it 80 hours to cut it to 48 hours? Was it 50 hours? Why not give details? So now I would like to add some details here as well, because these details are also very important. Cut average detection time from 14 days to just 48 hours. See guys, this is another key important thing that makes my claims valid, authentic. It's very important that whatever you say is authentic. It's really from you. It's really about you, okay? But because if I just say I trained people, everybody writes in their essays, I train people. And if I copy paste, I train people from one essay and put it on another essay, it fits well, which is wrong. My examples should not, or sentences should not fit another person's essay. If I say I cut the expenses by 35%, it should be different from someone else, right? Always write something that's specific to you. Inspired by these results, other hospitals also replicated our work or my work, okay? Let's put it our model, adopting AI for breast and live cancer detection. So another mistake, other people learn from me. Give number. Other people, what do you mean by other people, right? How many people? How many hospitals? You say other, 3 other hospitals. Also replicated our model, adopting AI for breast and live cancer detection. So far, I have been going very slow with this, but I think this is going to take a lot of time if we go this much slow. So from this point forward, we are speeding a lot. So be prepared. Let's expand our example, okay, and then the conclusion. But I'm thinking about conclusion, okay. I think I really need to write the conclusion so that we give a good structure to our essay. Let's do it, okay. So to talk about conclusion, I would say I remain committed to my work, aiming to reduce diagnostic delays nationwide and ensuring equitable health care for Novaria's most vulnerable population. So you see, I have these mistakes, and if you have seen my videos, I always say I am proud of my mistakes, okay? I am not shameful of all these things because that's the first essay. Don't worry. This is not good. We need to expand this. Again, give these kind of numbers. I remain committed to my work, okay? That's a good thing that I remain committed to my work. But what is your work? Let's make this clear, okay? I remain committed to expanding digital health access. Yeah, that's important because I'm here very specific, aiming to reduce, yeah, that's a good word, aiming to reduce diagnostic delays nationwide. That's good. But what do you mean? What's your goal? This is not your career plan essay to specifically say the percentage, But why not? Why not? Who says that you should not say that? And that's wrong in my opinion. Diagnostic delays nationwide by 40%. Yeah, I'm just showing something good, right? And ensuring equitable healthcare for Navaria's most vulnerable population. That's good. But what in 40% in 100 years, 200 years, 400 years, or maybe 1 year, which is very unrealistic, right? But it's good to show the panelists, the reader, by 40%, by 40%, by 40% over the next 5 years, okay, and ensuring equitable healthcare for Novaria's most vulnerable population. This is perfect. I don't know, is it populations or population, but we will fix that later. So yeah, this is how we do it, okay? Our conclusion is beautiful. I would like to see the number. How many words have we written so far? 187. So we have like 220 words, 213 words, something like that. Before we continue, I would like to tell you that you can access this full essay through my courses on my website. You can enroll there and you can have full access to all 4 essays. At the same time, if you would like to get personalized or direct help from me to review your essay, write comments and show you the weak points and the strong points and tell you which is a bad example, what is a good example, and how can you have a really winning opportunity this year and next year's, you can always choose one of the packages that I have on my website, or you can book a one-on-one consultation session with me and we go through your essay and I tell you the good points and the bad points, or I can review it for you if you choose one of the packages and win this scholarship. Just to let you know, that is on my website and the link is in the descriptions below. Okay, so let's expand the example because that is very important for us right now. Okay, so yeah, to broaden the impact, I found it. Now I would like to talk about another achievement, but it's very much related to my work, okay? So I founded the Novarian Society of Artificial Intelligence. What the hell written here? Artificial intelligence. In what? In medicine. And the abbreviation is NSAIM. Okay, that's the abbreviation of this thing, which now has many members nationwide. Okay, so do you already know that there is a problem here? To broaden the impact, I founded Novarian Society. I founded Novarian Society in. I have to give the details, right? And which year to quantify it, to give more details. Which now has a many member. What's money? Any time that you give an arbitrary number, that's bad. Okay, which now has money, which now has how many? We have 10 members. No, this is not 10 members. 320 members nationwide. Okay, these are key names, key points. Leading, now I'm talking about a 10-member organizing team in 2021, because I said it's not clear when did I founded this one. I coordinated a national workshop that brought together stakeholders. You should already know that there is something missing here, including the Ministry of Health, 6 major hospitals and 4 technology firms. Together, stakeholders, how many stakeholders? 32 stakeholders. These are key winning points, including the Ministry of Health. Is it Ministry of Health or Minister of Health? I don't know. We see which one is the good word, to Ministry of Health or Minister of Health. 6 major hospitals. This is another key point, right? And 4 technology firms. Always, technology firm is not important, but the 4 here is important, right? So whenever I read essays, another important point, I always see people are giving examples. They are studying law, but their examples are about cleaning the ditches, building roads, I don't know, something that's totally irrelevant. When you are giving example, leadership, give your example directly about your field of study. If you are giving an example about any other thing, you have to know that that's a very wrong example. Good. So this is done. I'm happy with this one now. Now let's jump to the next part. But once again, let's see how many words I have already written. 237. Okay, I have still a lot of important points. By the way, if you have any questions or concerns, just write them down in the comment section below and I will do my best to reply to them as soon as possible. The event, let's expand this, okay? I should put this together, but I put it here to make it a little bit clean, okay? The event reached, because I said I had this nationwide workshop, or a national workshop, okay? Nationwide workshop. But this is not enough. I have to give the reach of these people. Not only 32 people came, but then we put it on social media. We did campaign about it. We wrote reports about it. We invited people. We invited participants or students to come and just sit and watch the event, right? All of them. The event reached 20,000 professionals online because it was a live broadcast, right? Raised 85,000, I put the dollar here, I think. $85,000 in funding and culminated in endorsement of the Solaria Principles on AI Ethics in Healthcare, which is Novaria's first policy framework for ethical AI use. Framework, what's wrong with framework here? Okay, so see, the event reached 20,000 professionals online, and we raised X number of fundings, okay? An endorsement of Solaria, this is a very big claim, which is good, and I don't know, which can be bad too, but this is a thing that we have achieved. You like it or you don't like it, right? So this is a very good expansion of our example above. So I put this together because this is not another paragraph, right? This is an expansion of it, so it should be combined together. And then I wrap up everything because this essay is about what? Leadership. I want to show that I know whatever I have done, it's not to just give you examples, right? You have seen some people are giving just examples. I lead a team of X number of people. We build this, we build this. So what's the point if you give a lot of examples? It's like you invite an engineer to build a house for you, and the engineer comes and he says, okay, here are the bricks, here's the cement, here's the water, here's the plaster. This is it. So you have a house. No, but you have to combine them, right? So here we do the same thing actually. So let's get rid of my beautiful face, and now you can see the whole page. So this, or maybe these, because I've not, it's one example with many other examples as part of it. So I don't know, maybe this or these experiences, okay, or experience, I don't know, taught me that leadership requires more than innovation. It's not just about AI, right? It demands trust building, inclusivity, and persistence. Here I have it demands trust. Maybe I put it this way to combine them together, right? And by aligning diverse, put a he there, actors or actions, by aligning diverse actions around measurable goals, I shaped my leadership style into one that combines vision with evidence-based outcomes. Good. Okay, one thing to tell you before we go on, if the video has been helpful so far, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Did you like it? Did you like it so far? I did, actually. So this experience, let's see what comes good. I'm still worried about the word limit. Let's see how many words have we so far. 304 words, which we have to reduce. Let's keep it for now. Okay. Example, let's remove it. Okay, intro. Okay, I've not selected that one, so don't worry about it. Good, so we have key points. I would like to highlight the most important points here. This one, let's put it here so that you can see the whole thing actually. Perfect. Let's say this experience, because we are just giving one example, right? This experience taught me that leadership requires, okay. So I repeated the keyword and like the last part, or maybe the conclusion. I can also write it here, something. I remain committed to leadership in expanding digital healthcare, right? But it makes more sense here because in the beginning, I have an introduction paragraph. In the first sentence or the whole sentence, the paragraph is about leadership. I have to remind the reader that I know that this essay is about leadership and I'm writing this about essay. And in the last part, I again highlight to the reader, I am writing this about leadership. So I put the word leadership. Requires me more than innovation. Leadership requires more than innovation. It demands trust building, inclusivity, and persistence. These are my definition, because do not define things. As people say, leadership is all about building trust. That's wrong if you say it like that. But this experience taught me persistence, trust building, inclusivity when it comes to leadership. The Achieving Secretariat, they are not like stupid people which asks you to write essays and define what's networking, what's leadership, so that they learn from you or test you. No, they don't want you to define anything. They want to define and see your point of view. What's leadership? You have to say, leadership, in my opinion, is persistence and creativity and inclusivity, trust building. But if you say leadership is trust building, that's wrong. In my opinion is, because they want to see what you think. You are not reading a textbook and then copy pasting the definition from there. So these are keywords. By aligning diverse actors around measurable goals, I shaped my leadership style. Look at this beautiful sentence. I love this because it's all about me. It's about my experience, my examples, everything. Not a textbook definition, not a ChatGPT definition, not a Google search definition. My definition. I shaped my leadership style. Use this technique in all the essays. In networking, my style in networking is XYZ. Into one that combines vision with evidence-based outcomes. Okay, so here you see the full thing. So here we are. We are already over 300 words. What I can do is that I remove this part here. Okay, this conclusion as well. Leadership to me means I copy paste something from here. For now, I remove this. I remove this one as well. Everything like this makes sense to me. I just put the introduction there. Let me see how many words I have. 297 words. That's beautiful. And now I would like to test every thing that I've responded with these things. Okay, describe a time. I talked about a time in 2021 when you demonstrated leadership, which I demonstrated leadership right here. And the whole example was about it, of course. In your answer, please address the following. What was the context or challenge you faced? I talked about the challenge, the thing that we have, right? The big gap between these two things, the problem that was there. What specific actions did you take as a leader? I clearly defined it. What did I do? And later on too, I founded the Novarian Society Artificial, which resulted in the policy and everything. What was the outcome and what did you learn from it? See this part? This experience taught me. This was the outcome. $85,000 in funding, 20,000 professionals reach online, and 320 members and 10 members organizing and all these things. And this experience taught me. So because the question says what was the outcome and what did you learn? This experience taught me leadership requires more than innovation. It demands trust building, inclusivity and persistence by aligning diverse actors, and this shaped my leadership style. How has this experience shaped your approach to leadership? By aligning these actors around measurable goals, I shaped my leadership style like this one. Did you see? I responded to every single one of these questions that's asked in this essay. Now I have a very beautiful essay. If you want to have access to this essay, you can enroll to my essay writing course on my website. I will put all these essays. I will still go and develop it and make it more beautiful so that you read it, you enjoy it, and you award me this scholarship. And there are also many other tutorials, a lot of them. I write 3 other essays. This is going to be the 4th essay there. I'm expanding that course every year. I put the links in the descriptions below and you will have full access to this essay, not just, but all the 4 essays. And at the same time, if you need help in writing your essay, of course, I'm not writing any single essay for anybody, but I'm just reading the essays and writing my comments and trying to help you figure out the problems that you have to write a winning essay for the Achieving Scholarship this year and any other year. So you can book one-on-one consultations with me, or you can choose one of the packages on my website to get help from me, so that I mentor you, I kind of help you with review your essay, make corrections, and highlight the problems that you have so that you write a winning essay. Check my website and check my courses if you want to have access to this one, and you can enroll to any of the packages that I have or my courses to get personalized help directly from me and win this beautiful opportunity in the UK. In the next video, we will jump to the next essay, networking and influence.